Hello, welcome back to a Christmas Eve version of the Constructive Liberty podcast. I had promised an episode this week, was going to have it come out yesterday, and ended up kind of busting my ribs yesterday and decided, you know what, I'm just going to take it easy and relax. And I know you're thinking, like, how hard is it to record an episode? Not that hard, but I didn't really feel like it yesterday because I was hurting, I was sore. And so I just decided to not record an episode yesterday. So now I'm doing an episode today called it Christmas Eve Shenanigans. And I'm going live everywhere that I'm available. And I've got some fun little things lined up. So if you want to join me, chat about anything, I don't care. If you want to hop, comment your name and where you're watching from, and I will send you an invite link to join me on the live stream. We got some fun things lined up. I do have a buddy that's supposed to be joining me. I haven't heard from him in the last few minutes, so I send him the link. Hopefully he'll pop up here in a second. But I want to kind of talk about some things that I've got going on or that I've done over the last few weeks. And I want to show y'all some things if I can figure out how to get into it. I'm not sure why this is not working. I wanted to show y'all something that I came across recently, and that is it's called Chat GPT. And I am not sure why I can't figure out how to log into it right now. I'm going to have to go back, open up my other browser, and try to figure that out. It's an artificial intelligence chat, which you can ask it basically anything you want. You can tell it to write stories, write ebooks. You can tell it all kinds of things, and it'll actually spit some pretty cool stuff out. So I'm trying to figure out how to log into that. But until that point, let's see here. Control V. So I see there's one person watching. If you want to jump on with me today, just chat about whatever. Send me your link or your name and where you're watching from, and we'll shoot the breeze together. I don't have any agenda today other than just to have some fun. So the last few days, for those of you that are alive, you know that there has been an Arctic blast coming across the United States. And I'm not sure what's up with that. I don't know where it came from, but it's not a whole lot of fun. You know, I know people up north are laughing at us because here in Kentucky, it only got down to -4, I think, yesterday morning. By about 9, I think was the coldest. It was -4. And that's the second coldest temperature that I've ever experienced. The coldest for any prolonged amount of time. The coldest temperature that I've ever actually been in was in Montana 3 years ago, I think, January 2019. And that was only from the house to the vehicle I was out in it for like 5 seconds. And the temperature or the thermometer in the van actually said -35, I think. So that was really cold. Here in Kentucky, we only had -4. And it had a wind chill of around -3. So my buddy just sent me a message. Let me see what he's got to say.
Are you on there right now? I just got home. I need to get me a drink in my hand. How much time do I got?
Yeah, man, I'm on. Just grab your drink and hop on. I'm just chatting, so we'll wait on you. So he should be on in a second. I've been trying to get him to come on for a while just to shoot the breeze, but it's so finally we're going to have some fun. Christmas Eve shenanigans. So it's been cold. And yesterday morning, I woke up and I was like, oh, shoot. I look at the thermometer and it was already -1. So I ran over to try our water to see if it had already frozen, and not a drop came out. It was already frozen solid. So we haven't had water since Thursday night. I imagine that we probably won't have water again until it goes above freezing on Tuesday, because that's just the way it goes here. You live in a camper, things freeze, you better run the water or your pipes will freeze. Not going to be a lot of fun. And it's because of that Arctic blast that we had that I fell and busted my rib. So it froze, and we weren't ready with all the animals and everything. I mean, I thought we were good to go, but then I decided to try to go get some straw from the neighbor down the road who grows wheat, and he puts up straw every year. So I was going to go buy some straw bales from him. Had to unhook my trailer from the truck, and I had a big toolbox on the back of my truck that I was going to unload. So I've got the tailgate down, and I pulled the toolbox to the back of the tailgate to unload it, and my foot slips and I fall off the tailgate. And the front of a trailer, it's got that V at the front. I landed on that V with my ribs. I broke my fall with my ribs, and that really, really hurt. Like, I laid on the ground groaning for about 5 minutes. I about couldn't get up. The dogs are all on top of me. They think we're playing, and I was not playing. I was hurting very badly, and it's still hurting. Having a hard time doing much of anything, but we'll get through it. I don't think anything's broken. I haven't gone and gotten it checked out. It doesn't hurt that bad that I feel like I should go get it checked out. So I'm not going to do that unless it just goes on and on and on, or gets worse or something. So thankfully, during this time, we have a wood stove. We just put one in this about 2 months ago. I think we got it 2 to 3 months ago. We put the wood stove in, and it's fortunate that we did, because that's been our main source of heat that we've used this year. Typically we use electric heat and a little propane heater, and that just has not kept up. And we've never had this cold. So it's fortunate that we had the wood stove that we could huddle around when it was so cold, because that actually does put out some heat, and it kept the house up to, I don't know, like 50, I think it was 51 degrees the other morning when it was so cold. And I'm going to pull my buddy Melvin up. So, Melvin, what's happening?
What's happening? Cheers.
What are we drinking today?
Well, we got us a little Pepsi and rum.
Yeah, Pepsi and rum.
Yeah, a little silver.
Yeah,
not bad.
I'm just drinking straight bourbon right here. Check out what I'm drinking out of.
Out of that cup right there. I like that.
Yeah, National Championship, Georgia Bulldogs 2021.
Cheers.
Here in a couple of weeks, we'll be able to get a National Championship 2022 cup like this.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, that's coming.
So what you been up to?
Not a whole lot. Try not to freeze in place.
How cold did it end up getting there?
I think last night was 10, I think 9 or 10, and then the below, it was well below the field. I don't know exactly.
Yeah. I think we had on Friday morning, our coldest point was at like 9 o'clock, and it showed -4. I think the real feel was like -38. Just absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I had my fill of that. Don't need it.
You've been in that a lot more than I have.
Yeah.
You don't want to go back to it and experience it again?
No, my blood's thin. I'm good. I'm done. I used to not wear a coat in this kind of weather, but now I have to.
Yeah, I've never quite experienced a cold like that. Like yesterday, I was out in it doing the chores, and my cheeks didn't feel cold to the touch, but everything was numb. Like you couldn't smile right, you couldn't move your muscles right. It's like everything gelled up and you couldn't move right, but it didn't feel cold to the touch. I've never experienced that.
Yeah,
is that kind of what it was like up on the rigs? And
well, it just
where were you at, the Arctic Circle?
Close to it, yeah.
North Pole, helping out Santa.
Might as well, yeah. Just making so everybody could put gas in their car, and go to the pump and while they were in Florida, because we needed to make sure they could put gas in their car while they were in Florida in the warm.
Yeah, people like putting gas in their car. It's kind of funny. With everything, everybody's trying to go to electric vehicles and all that. But it's like, where do they think all this electricity is coming from? It's got to be produced from somewhere, and they're not producing enough for everybody to have an electric vehicle. So I guess they just expect us all to stay home. I don't know. I like to travel though.
I mean, they put a big plant going towards Atlanta, huge plant. I mean, acres, and they make batteries there. And I heard it's batteries for Tesla. and like it's
Oh,
so where does the power come? I mean, do they just use like lanterns in there to make the batteries, or like where does the power come to run that place?
yeah. Is that like the Tesla Firewall batteries, like the ones that they put on the house, or is that like for their vehicles?
I couldn't tell you. I think it's for the vehicles, but I don't know. I can't remember. There's a big name on the side of it. I can't remember what it said. It's kind
Huh.
of a different name, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's cool. So
So
I found something online recently. It's called Chat GPT. Sorry, but basically it's artificial intelligence. Supposedly, I call it algorithmic intelligence because people designed it and developed it and made it do what it does. But you can ask this thing anything you want, type something into it, and it'll spit out all kinds of cool stuff. I'm going to share it on the screen here. Let me know if you can see this. Um, so you
yeah,
see there it says Chat GPT. All right.
yeah.
So basically, you can ask it anything you want, and it's kind of fun what it spits out. So I don't know. What shall I type into it today?
How cold is it outside?
How cold? Let's see. Let's see what the coldest temperature ever was. You're in Seneca, right? South Carolina. What is the coldest temp ever recorded in Seneca, SC? Let's see what that spits out. According to the National Weather Service, the coldest ever temperature recorded in South Carolina, Seneca, was negative 9 degrees Fahrenheit on January 21st, 1985.
Good
So,
lands.
yeah, that's pretty cold.
Negative what?
Negative 9. I wonder what the real feel was on that one.
Well, yeah, because we had feel like was well. I mean, it was for sure -4, but in the middle of the night last night, I bet it was colder than that. I mean, the feel.
Yeah, right. I think this is actual, but
Wow.
man, I'm so glad I don't live somewhere where it's cold like that all the time.
Yeah.
I used to want to live somewhere where it got snow, but the older I get, the more I just want to be where it's warm, and I'll travel to the snow when I want to see it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not worth it. But that's where all the ice diamonds come from, and all these high dollar stuff. You get your gases and oils and all that stuff. So, I mean, somebody's got to do it. Ice road truck.
Mhm. Oh, yeah, I've seen some of that stuff. That people are crazy. Like, would you drive some of them ice roads that they do?
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't drive on the ice roads, but I mean, essentially they were ice. I mean, 6 to 8 foot of frost in the ground. So, I mean, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, but at least you don't have 100 foot of water underneath it.
Yeah. I know
Uh,
that, but I mean,
no, we'll pass on that. So, I'm asking this thing: who is the best snowboarder in the world? It says it's difficult to definitively say who is the best snowboarder in the world. So, it's just giving opinions. So, I'm going to ask it, in your opinion. Let's see what we can do here. In your opinion, Control V. Who is the best snow? Oh, as artificial intelligence, I don't have personal opinions. Okay, come on now.
Oh, just
Act as if you had an opinion. Let's see if this worked. If this works. I'm going to tell it to act as if it has an opinion about.
it has a brain.
Right? So I downloaded a bunch of questions and came up with or put it on a little spinning wheel, kind of like a Jeopardy type deal. So I figured we could spin the wheel, ask ourselves a question, and just chat about those things. But first, I want to see in this thing's opinion who the best snowboarder in the world is. If I were to have an opinion on the best snowboarder in the world, they're still not going to give us a name. Oh, I might consider Shaun White to be one of the best snowboarders in the world.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
I'd say he's pretty darn good.
It's been a while since he's been the best, but I mean, at his peak, there was definitely no one that could compete with him. I mean, he was like far and away the best. Somehow I went full screen here.
He got Well, how was that? He got hurt. He got hurt and then healed up for however many years it was. I thought it was a couple of years, and then he went back. I thought he went back to the Olympics, right? Didn't he go back to the Olympics one last time? I thought.
I think he did, but he didn't do very good in it.
Oh, I don't think he won
because
it.
he was the old fart in it.
Well,
All these other, he's like a almost 30-year-old competing against teenagers, and when you're 30, after you hit 30, you just don't heal up quite as good as you used to.
Yeah, I know. I'm really thinking about going up to Canada maybe and visiting the parents and going out in the backyard there to Castle Mountain and Powder maybe. So
did I send you the video of my my spill week when we were out in Idaho?
No, Carmel did though. I saw coming down in. He's coming down in. He's gonna just gracefully, slow on down. Nah, nope. It was Carmel head of Pico. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. There was a tower kind of obscuring the view, and I come flying on the one side of the tower, and I come out head first on the other side of the tower.
Yeah,
I felt that one. That one hurt.
Yeah, I believe it. Those don't feel good at all. That's why it's almost getting to where, like, oh boy, I don't know. Maybe I hate to say it, but maybe I could go. I just need to be careful.
Yeah, you're what are you, 35?
I think so. Last time I checked,
somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I can't ever remember. I gotta have Carmel remind me how old I am every year.
Yeah,
she could tell me I'm 45. I'd probably believe her.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, today. Yep, I'm 45.
By the way, I'm liking the beard. It's looking pretty good.
It's I've just been doing the no shave November, December, January, all of them.
Until it warms up again.
Yeah, I'm fine with. I tell you what, it's a blessing to have a lot of hair on your face when it's cold. It's great.
Yeah. I just try to stay inside when it's too cold. I don't like that too much.
Yeah, I'm blessed too that my boss don't like cold weather, so that's so if we don't have to, we don't get out in the cold. I like it. Yeah, we can just keep it that way.
Yeah, there you go. You ready to answer a question? Spin the wheel?
I reckon. Shoot.
All right, here we go. Let's see what we come up with. I don't remember what all I put in there. I've got like 60 things in here for it. It's going to spin forever. All right, here we go. If you could only watch one type of TV show for the rest of your life, what would it be and why? I guess this is one type of show rather than one specific show. I don't know. I like, what do I like? Drama? I don't know if you call it drama, action, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't watch much TV. How about you?
Like you action, drama, comedy like that? Or are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It'd have to be more action, yeah.
Or maybe outdoors. You'd probably choose something outdoors, fishing or something. I was about
to say, yeah. I mean, it'd be outdoors. Yeah, it'd be outdoors.
Specifically fishing, right?
Yes. Mainly fishing.
All right, let's go again here. See what else we come up with. Something better. I hit done on that one instead of eliminate. So if we get it again, we can eliminate it. Here we go. What's something you've always wanted to learn how to do and why? Oh, you go first on that one.
Oh boy, I don't know. That's a good question.
Well, okay, I'll go. I've always wanted to learn how to play harmonica, and I finally decided to go ahead and buy myself a harmonica, and I just came a couple days ago, so I've been playing around on it. I suck. But of course, I haven't picked up a harmonica since I was like 7 years old. My mom and dad told me to shut up with it. So why? I don't know. I guess because I'm not musically inclined, even though I enjoy good music and I always like the sound of it. So that's my thing.
You have to listen to what's the name of the song? Train, I think, and it's done by. Oh, I'm terrible with I know the song in my head, but I'm terrible with matching names up to songs. But it's a rock band, I think, but it starts out as a harmonica, sounding like it is really cool.
Huh.
But No, now that you say that, talking about music, drums, yes. I mean, I've played them, by ear kind of thing, but I would love to take lessons and learn. I would love to be able to play drums professionally. Like that'd be a dream come
What's
true.
stopping you, man?
I don't know nothing. Like,
You've always been good at it.
well, and it's been so many years until, my one cousin and his son decided to slap drum heads, and I haven't
I
replaced.
was going to ask you about that.
So in storage still. So once I get in my house, I got to get them set up and start banging on them again. But that would be, yeah. I just think, and I could be totally wrong. I know it's not, being on the road and that kind of thing would have its ups and downs, but I just think it'd be a blast to go set up on stage and play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go, man. All you gotta do is start taking lessons and do that instead of working on your house.
Yeah, that sounds like, why didn't you finish your house? Well, I just decided
to play drums, change careers,
Yeah,
not making any money at it, but oh well.
Once I become really famous and really good with lots of money, I'll come back and try to find the house and get it.
Cut down the forest that grew up around it and all that.
Right.
How's your house coming along?
It's good. I went by and checked on it. The heat's running at 65 degrees. I don't think it's shut off since this cold came in.
Oh, you got electricity and everything on it now too.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's I mean, they got one plug in there hot, but they got the AC unit, everything's set and it's running. The heat's running, but the downfall is there's they were supposed to blow insulation this week, and it never happened. There's inside on the ceiling
in the attic.
So that hasn't happened. That would have really helped the situation out.
No doubt.
The power
everything
bill
is just leaving.
Yeah. So
that's a bummer. So what's coming up next on it? Like you got sheetrock is done and all of that.
Yeah.
Need to finish the insulation upstairs. What's your next thing on it?
Concrete drive, back patio, and sidewalk, of course, front porch.
Doing anything decorative on the concrete?
No, it's too cold for that. Just get it on. Let's go. I'll get it on.
Just get a slick finish on it and be done with it.
I'm gonna broom it. Yeah.
You're gonna broom it.
Hopefully straight lines, but that
do some kind of a decorative design with the broom, do some swirls and all that.
Yeah. The unstraight broom lines is going to be the decor on
it. I saw a concrete finisher, or I think it was a video on TikTok. Saw him out. He was running his trowel or his, I don't even know what you call it, the float. He was running the float out there on snow, like practicing like he's doing concrete.
Oh,
get a nice smooth finish on his snow pile.
That's funny.
He's like, what? When you love doing concrete, and it showed him out there on the snow.
Oh my goodness, that's gone too far. Like, come on now, I guess.
I know, right? So what are we working on next week when we get together?
Well, it's going to be doors and trim. I got doors are coming Tuesday, and I got to go around and gather up what I got. It's going to be a full week. Let me tell you, it's going to be a full week of not working at my normal job.
Yeah.
Monday morning is going to be, I got to get concrete ready, prepped. So that's front and back. So Wednesday morning and Thursday morning is concrete. So I'm going to have to split it up, because if I don't, potentially the front could be 20 yards by itself, which is a lot of concrete at one shot.
Wow.
So I might split it up to where I do maybe the front right side of the garage, a section of it, and then the back at the same time. So
yeah,
I got to get some stuff figured out with the trim, because I believe I'm going to do the square trim in the main house, in the main, kitchen, living room, front entry. And then I'm going to do the regular stuff.
Gotcha.
It's because I got stuff left over from jobs, so might as well use it.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, might as well use it.
Yeah.
You're gonna have it all together so we can slap it up when I come down.
That's the plan, amongst the concrete pouring.
You need to have that done before I get there, man. I'm not a concrete man.
Well, if you come, if you wouldn't mind coming, Thursday or Wednesday evening late, and then be here Thursday morning.
It keeps every time I talk to you, it gets earlier that you're asking me to come.
Well, Wednesday morning, I believe it's going to be around 10, and Thursday morning is going to be 8 o'clock. So, those are the 2 days that if you want to get a real good workout in, you can wait.
Well, I don't know. I have to see what happens with my ribs. I just fell yesterday, and I broke my fall with my ribs. So I got to baby those things.
I mean, they move a little bit. That's what they're for, shock absorbers kind of thing.
Oh, that's what it is.
It's kind of like
shock absorbers.
Yeah. So, I mean, if just make sure you're over that by Thursday morning, because, when you stretch way out to pull that concrete rake, how you stretch way out? Yeah.
It's hurting already.
Doing that now.
It's hurting already. Shock absorbers. It felt like shock absorbers back when we were playing football.
Yeah.
Remember those days?
Oh yeah. Couldn't breathe, laying on the ground, gasping for breath. Yep.
It didn't help that we were some of the smallest guys out there on the field.
No, but I mean, hey, you want to look at
5'8", 160, maybe soaking wet, and get hit by a guy that's 6'2", 220 pounds.
Yeah, it's not. Maybe that's why my back hurts. I guess that's probably why I have back problems today. But
could be.
Stetson Bennett, he ain't far from our size, and he's gone to the national championship. So
I know. Yeah, he at least played quarterback. So if he gets hit most times, it's like flags. So people are like, they try to baby him unless they really get a good shot on him. He takes some good shots, but at least he chose the right position to not get hit as much.
Yeah, you got a point. Like, I mean, I was put as center, so it was kind of like put the smallest guy as center. That way, when he snaps the ball, we can just use him for a footstool, and that's
right.
So
take a knee to the gut or something like that. Yeah. That feels real good.
Yeah, it was like a acupuncture back massage as they walked across their cleats.
Good times. So speaking of Stetson Bennett, Georgia football, like we got kind of a big game coming up, don't we?
Yeah. I'm a little bit, I shouldn't say worried. I shouldn't be worried, but yet at the same time, what worries me is the big break they got in between. But hey, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, they've done
for both.
Yeah.
So at least, the thing that helps out a little bit is one of Ohio State's receivers is injured. Like, I feel bad for the guy, and hopefully it's nothing permanent, but like, at least he's out for this game.
Yeah. As long as he can just be hurt till after the game, we'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll be great.
Sorry, yeah.
But then after we run over Ohio State, after we destroy them, then we got probably Michigan next, and we obliterated them last year. Hopefully it'll go the same way. Like, I'm looking at scores of like 49-7, 56-14, something like that. It's kind of what I'm shooting for, hoping for.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll see. That'd be a good game, I think. Close enough.
I think too. I'm hoping right out the gate we can get some defense and get all over their quarterback and scare the fire out of them. So, and possibly pick them up too.
Yeah, right. I sent you that meme the other day, didn't I? He was holding who was it? The LSU quarterback, and they had made him a midget or something.
Yeah, I don't know how they did it, but it looked real.
Right? It's like he was carrying a little kid around.
Yeah. But I mean, that's what's crazy is he picked the guy up that wasn't a little kid. This full-grown man.
I know. Made him feel like a little kid.
That's just crazy. I can't. That makes me hurt just thinking about playing them guys.
I know. It's like my dad tells the story when he was, I don't know, in his early 20s. He was pretty fit. Like he was 5'9", maybe 220. He worked out all the time, and so he was muscular. He was standing up in the back of the truck, and he worked with this big old black guy. And he said, I don't remember what the deal was, but the black guy, I think you grabbed him and just picked him and set him up in the back of the truck like he was a little kid. And my dad said he felt this big. He's like, don't you ever do that with me again. Or said, I'll take a broomstick to you. Made him feel like a little boy.
Hilarious. I'm telling you. That blows my mind that there's people out there that big and that, yeah.
I know.
That's
like
crazy.
I've always heard the story, and I guess it's real, of, out west where they still, they'd haul water in these big old water barrels and stuff and haul them with wagons. Well, they had 3 guys that were standing there just struggling to load this one barrel into a wagon. Another guy walks up, he's like, y'all stand back. He grabbed the barrel, picked it up, set it in the back of the wagon. And they're like, oh, what? You think you're a hot shot? Or you think you're big stuff or something? And he's like, okay. He just grabbed the barrel, set it back down on the ground, and walked up.
That's hilarious.
That's how you do it. You ready to spin the wheel again? Let's do this. I'll hide that choice.
All right.
Let's see what we pull up here. Let it be something good.
Trying to get my trophy in view
yeah.
while we wait.
Oh, yeah. Check out that fish there. You're going to have to give us a close-up shot.
All right.
Oh, man. If you could only watch one movie for the rest of your life, what would it be and why? It says movie theater, but we'll just go with movie. If you could only watch one movie for the rest of your life, what would it be and why? Oh man.
Oh, I can't, there's too many for that.
Used to be my favorite movie was, and I can't even remember what it was. Shoot. There's so many good ones out there.
Yeah, there's too many. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
I'm going to say, if I can I'm going to cheat just a little bit here and go with a whole set, a 3-part series, and go Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I figured you were going to say that. That was good. Yeah, that was good.
Carmel and I watch those almost every winter, and we haven't done them this year yet, but it's about time.
Yeah, they're good. I did like them.
Yeah, they're long, and I don't know. I enjoy them, but man, if I could only watch that for the rest of my life, I'd probably quit watching things. I don't think there's anything I would want to watch for the rest of my life.
That seems
like I got better things to do.
I could watch that for the rest of my life.
Oh man, tell me about that. How did that go? Pulling that guy in.
That right there is 36 inches of muscle, and he turned the whole boat around, and drug us for a while with the trolling motor on high, going with the current. So that was.
What good. Is that? Is that a striper?
That's a striper, and striped bass, and that's where it was right there. And I'm looking for at least a 40 to 45 inch next. Yeah.
How many pounds is that? The 36 inch?
I don't know. We didn't weigh them. I'm guessing 25, somewhere around there.
Yeah. Dude, how big did they get where you're at?
Down there, the state record was caught where I caught this one, and it was 65 pounds. So big. They get big.
That's pretty big.
Using 12-inch live trout for bait. So something that big eating a 12, that'd be like a minnow to him.
Yeah.
That wouldn't even be.
Wow.
That wouldn't even be anything.
How big is the trout that that fish is chasing on the mount there?
That there is only like 8 inches, and I thought I told the taxidermist, which I think he got that like pre-done or whatever, so it probably helped out being a little bit cheaper. But the one I actually caught him on was like 12 inches, so
wow.
It was a lot bigger. So that there looks small. Looks a lot.
Yeah,
more.
That looks just like a tiny little thing.
It's small.
The trout.
Right. Yeah, no, these here, you look at it the first time I started fishing for these guys and using that kind of bait. I laughed because, you're using a trout you catch out of the stream and you eat them. Like, that's a good size.
I know.
So go buy these guys, hook them, and drag them out there, and you get these monsters come up and eat them.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
It's crazy.
What does when you buy trout for bait, if you buy a 12-inch trout to use for bait, what does that cost?
I think they're $6 something a piece.
Okay.
Yeah, and you got to have, give you a slip. You got to have a receipt, because if you're out there and the game warden pulls up and you ain't got a receipt for the bait you got in the tank, yeah, then
Big trouble.
no more fishing.
So you can't catch your own trout for bait?
No. Oh no. You could, but if you got caught, it would be a problem.
I wonder why.
Just that's
Is it not allowed to use the wild?
Yeah, and this was caught was below the Hartwell Dam, so and they actually stock them in there. So they stock them. So I mean, if you were to catch them and use them for bait, that's probably would be the issue.
Gotcha.
But because it's so cold of water and it's running water, they will stay, in that area, because obviously the water goes on down to the lake. Well, they're not going to be in the lake. They're going to stay in that running water close to the dam, which is crazy. I guess they're able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But
so essentially you've got to pay for them twice. First with your tax dollars.
Right.
And then second, you got to buy them.
Right. Yeah. Which is crazy. My cousin come down from Illinois. When was that? October? I believe it was around October. He come down and wanted to do some fishing. We went down there. Long story short, it was terrible. Bad timing. Cold front come through. Windies. I'll get out. Never had a bite. We might have had a bite or two. Something swipe at it. But we come back with a bunch of live trout. So we put them in the pond down here, in this little pond. And Cole claimed, my boss's son claimed that he caught one. He wasn't able to get a picture of it. He caught one. He said he was pretty sure it was a trout, got it up on the bank, come off, flopped around, went back in the water. So it could have been just being, as when I put them in there and it started turning colder, they could be surviving as of for right now. Like once it gets warm, gets hot, they're not going to make it.
Yeah.
So kind of cool.
Yeah, it is cool. That's real cool. So you got yourself you were telling me you got yourself a nice little Christmas present here a couple days ago?
Yeah, I actually got it right here.
Oh yeah.
It's a little, it's not, I don't know how well you can see it.
Yeah. Little 6-shooter. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And it's accurate. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
So,
nice little, what is that? Like a bone handle or something?
Yeah. It looks like a bone handle. You can get different things for them. So you can change out the cylinder here and it will shoot I can't remember what she said. I'm not good with guns, but
you like shooting.
It'll shoot another round out of it, and I don't know if it's
like a 22 long rifle or something.
Well, that's what these are that I got are longs.
Okay,
might have something a different tip on the end. Maybe if I'm saying,
gotcha.
I think possibly.
Okay.
So I think that's what it was.
Yeah. So you're out plinking today?
Yeah, I was out walking through the woods and walked up on some deer actually, and then I was standing there watching them, and I had 2 deer walk up on me. Scared me to death. So I'm just standing out in the middle of the pathway there in the wide open. And I guess I was standing still enough that they come up behind me, and I didn't hear them because I had my hood up and stuff. Then went to blowing. They went blowing and running away. That's when I turned around, and they were like 20 feet from me. I'm like, what in the world?
That's great. Let's spin the wheel again. Here we go. Too bad you didn't have your license and a bigger gun out there. You could have taken some deer meat home with you.
All right. Yeah.
This is a good one. If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
Oh, beautiful. Got that one nailed down.
You'd be beautiful?
The question was beautiful.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what would your superpower be? I think mine would be teleportation. Because I hate the time that it takes to get from one place to the next.
Yep. I was going to say the same thing. I want to be here and then I want to be there. Just
exactly. I would say, I've always thought it'd be cool to be able to see into the future, like to tell what's going to happen. But then that would take all the suspense or all the work out of it. I don't know. It's because you got to work for something. You don't exactly know what's going to happen. Yeah. You want this to happen, but maybe something better will happen.
Why would you
I
want
don't
to?
know. Being able to tell the future might not be the best thing.
No, why would you want to? Then you would see how much taxes you got to pay at the end of the year. Like, that would really suck.
Right? Yeah. Why just take all the suspense out of it and wait till the end of the year till they tell you, nope, you owe 3 times the amount of savings that you have.
Right. Yeah. And then, you go to, and then if you knew that, then all year long, every time you went to buy something for yourself, you'd have that in the back of your head. Like, you really going to buy that? Because,
Right?
pay.
Ooh, if you could only visit one country for the rest of your life, what would you choose and why?
It would need to be very warm and very tropical with lots of fishing, which would be like the Caribbean.
Yeah, the Caribbean. Yeah. I was going to say Costa Rica. I would love to go to Costa Rica. They've got a lot of cool history there, a lot of ancient sites there. That would be cool. Have you seen anything? Like, do you know anything about Costa Rica?
I just know that it's most likely warm, right?
It is. It's tropical. But I want to look up, see if I can type here. Costa Rica. And this is going to be, oh, okay, that's better. It popped up stone spheres. I was going to type in stone balls, and that probably would have popped up something we didn't want to see.
Yeah.
Stone spheres autofilled. So check this out. Like, Costa Rica has all these giant stone spheres that they don't know who made them.
Or
from what I've heard. Like, can you see this picture good?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, it's these giant stone spheres. They're perfect spheres, 100% round. And they've got, I don't know, hundreds, thousands, millions of them. And they're massive. Like, how did people make these things?
That is
so I
think
it'd be cool to visit Costa Rica.
That sounds like the pyramid mystery. Yeah.
I know, right? Man, I'm getting close to the end of my bourbon. We're either going to have to, I'm going to have to either get a refill or we might have to end this early. I don't know.
Yeah, we're going to have to do one of these because I'm out. This ain't good.
Well, hey, run, get you something. You can go get you something. Let's see here. All right.
I have to do that.
What you got going on this evening? Big parties?
No, we ain't got nothing. Oh, you know what, man? That's what I just thought of. Should have got some corn. Boy, we had a big old hog walk in yesterday evening. Big old boar. Be fun to go down there, and Johnny's got his thermal image on a AR-15, and
nice.
Yeah, that's where it's at. I want to go down there and see if we can't get on something.
Is it the same as what he's got on his other rifle? The same kind of thermal imaging thing?
No, this is his other one was night vision. This is thermal. This picks up heat.
Oh, gotcha.
You ain't getting away from this one. It actually got a little green crosshair in the scope that when it detects the heat, it like heat seeking. It goes on it and it moves with it. So you know what I'm saying? So it's almost like a heat seeking. Yeah, it's not like your bullet's gonna get there, but it tracks.
Right.
It. Yeah.
Huh. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Man.
Chickens, and it'll go on a chicken, and that thing will the little green crosshairs will move around as the chicken.
That's too cool, man. I can't wait to see it. Yeah, put some corn out because I want to go out and shoot some hogs while we're there.
We will. Well, what's going to happen is we got a guy that we can get the big thing of sand you can get like for masonries, the big, you pick it up with a forklift.
Right. The big old bags.
The bags. You're right. We can start bags of corn like that. So we'll get a bag of that. We were supposed to get it yesterday, and I guess he didn't go get it. But next week when you are here, it's looking like 66 degrees.
Oh, I'll love it.
And it's going to be, the hogs are going to be coming in. So I think we got a good chance.
Yeah. What does a bag of corn like that run?
I don't know. I'm not sure what it is. I think a 55 gallon drum was I don't know. Was it $100 a drum or was it $50 a drum? I don't know what it was,
Huh.
but it
I should.
comes out to be. I think it's a little bit cheaper getting a big sack of it like that.
Yeah, I'm sure they usually are cheaper if you can buy it in bulk like that.
Which seems
But
like you'd think you'd have if you get hooked up with a farmer, which it is. Been getting from a farmer before, but you get losses. It runs out on the ground or whatever. Doesn't matter if it's got dirt in it, and like
uh-huh.
there'd be stuff that would just be you could go scoop up as much as you wanted for the most part. But yeah, I don't
Pig's
know.
gonna eat what a pig's gonna eat.
Yeah, yeah, you mix it in the dirt anyway, and they dig for it.
Yeah, for sure.
So
All right, let's spin the wheel again. See what else we got. I need to figure out some better questions for this thing. Let's see here. Ooh. If you could switch lives with any historical figure, who would it be and why? That's a good question. Any historical figure. I guess you have to know history to be able to know that.
Well, and that's the problem, yeah.
I would probably say, I can't think of his name. There was an explorer.
Christopher Columbus.
I don't remember his name. Do I?
Christopher Columbus.
Well, you could. I mean, that would, as long as you had that would be a good one. But no, this was a different guy. I can't think of his name.
I don't know. Somebody
I have a hard time.
And had it pretty easily and exploring cool things. I'm good with that. And most likely fishing in there somewhere.
As long as you can go fishing. Hey, Christopher Columbus was at sea a lot, so I mean, you could probably go fishing off the ships. I'm sure.
I'll bet they caught dinosaurs out there.
Yeah, they'll take it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh shoot, what was I going to ask? I had a good question come into my mind, and it just like poof gone. Oh, I know. How are memories for you? Like, are you easily able to remember things from the past?
Some, yes, and some were like, I got to really think, and like, oh yeah, I think, yeah, okay, that's coming back now. Yeah, it's weird. Some are really ingrained in you, and some are like, no, I don't know. Remember that.
So Carmel says that her memories, like if she wants to remember something, she can catalog it. And it basically goes on a carousel in her memory. And when she wants to remember something, essentially what she does, like a carousel pops up all the way around her and it's got different levels. And she can like swipe the carousel and it can spin and spin and she'll stop it and pick out a memory, kind of like a slide, and she can remember every detail about that thing. Like she can remember what color clothes people were wearing. She can remember who was there. She can see their faces and what their names were. And I'm like, when an event happens, like there's a timeline and it is linear. It's like a line. That's why it's called a timeline.
Yeah.
The event comes, it gets to me, and it gets past me, and it falls off a cliff, and I will probably not remember anything about it ever again.
Sounds about right. Yeah. Well, see,
occasionally one of those memories will not fall off the cliff, but will hang on right there on the edge of the cliff. And if I really think hard enough about it, I can go over and rescue it off of the edge of the cliff and kind of remember some things about it.
Or my thing is or you get right to the cliff and you step on the whatever it's hanging on and it falls off and you don't remember.
Yeah, but women. Some of the memories are like on The Emperor's New Groove. I snatched you right out of the air.
Yeah. See, women's brains are way more complex, so it doesn't surprise me. See what I'm saying? All that out. We're just like, I need another drink. I'm not worried about what he said or she said at that very moment. That's all I can remember. Hey, if you want to just pass that through here, I'll go ahead and get more. Well,
All right, you go ahead and get some more, and I'll queue up the next question here.
All
How
right.
about that?
Lay you down.
Set that down for a second. I'll talk for a minute. Let's see. 2022 recap is one of the things I had on my list to talk about today. So I got I have a download, and I can drop that in the link for you guys, but it's a set your compass for the year ahead. And it goes through a bunch of things. It's a kind of a year in review, you in 2022. And then it has a compass for the year ahead, you in 2023. And here's the things that it asks you to think about. What top 5 things did I accomplish in 2022? 5 challenges I overcame. What did I learn from my main career or role in life? What did I learn about myself? What new or existing relationships did I develop? What did I create or bring into the world? How did I make a difference in the world? And where did I have the most fun? So those are some things that you can look back over the last year about, and you just jot those down. And the going over the last year part is really hard for me because, like I said a second ago, when an event happens for me, it falls off a cliff and just disappears. I don't hardly remember it. I don't remember much about it. I don't remember the place, the time, the details, who was there. I just don't remember it. I have to think really long and hard to remember things that happen. Now, thinking about what I want in the future, which is what the You in 2023 part is about, that's really easy. I know all of those things. I can list out a lot of each of those. But thinking about the past year, what I did, the highlights and all of that, I don't have many of those. Like, I'll have to do some more thinking on that to be able to fill this paper out, to be able to fill out all those things. And I'll drop a link where you can go download that. You don't have to sign up for anything. You don't have to enter your name and email address and all that stuff. I probably should be collecting that, but I won't on this one. I'll just give you a link straight to the file where you can go download it. But my top 5 achievements for 2022, well, I have one listed down, and that is speaking at Self-Reliance Festival. That was a lot of fun for me. It's not something that I really ever saw myself doing in the past, but I had a lot of fun with it. I really enjoyed it. Hey, Melvin's back. What's happening?
Back.
I was talking about a download that I have. So something that I've been working on is this worksheet or this paper right here. It's kind of a year in review and setting your compass for the year ahead, thinking about things I've done last year and things that I want to do in the coming year. And I really have a hard time remembering all the things for this past year. Like, one of the questions that I'm supposed to work through is name your top 5 achievements in 2022. I have 1 and I'm supposed to have 5. Like, I don't know. What are some things that you've done this past year that, like, your top 5 things that you would list out, or one thing?
Well, one thing would be build a house. I have built,
you have built a house. See, I could list that too, but mine was actually built last year.
It's not.
So,
yeah. Yeah, that'd be the well, I should say, number 1, built a house. Number 2, have not lost my mind yet.
Oh, hey, that is a huge accomplishment.
Yes,
that is a big one.
But now we're getting into the final, colors and cabinet schemes, and all that stuff.
Oh, man.
And lights, fixtures, that might cause some brain injury damage.
Hey, I might know somebody that loves interior design stuff that you could talk to.
Okay, well, send them on up.
I'm pretty sure you talk to her quite a bit.
Who would this person be?
That would be Carmel, my wife. She loves interior design. If you reach out to her and say, hey, look, I'm struggling with this. What do you think? I guarantee you she'll give you loads of information.
I'm just wondering what she charges like a minute, because it might get expensive.
She might help you out. I'm sure she could help you out.
I'm on a very fixed income budget, so it might just be, it's a man's way of looking at things are very different from a lady's. So, what I may just say, that looks good, go with it. Yeah. They may walk in the door and say, what, who designed this place? What's going on here? But at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do.
The thing that I hate the most, like this is the thing that I do not ever enjoy hearing is, so I was on Pinterest today.
Yeah.
I'm like, crap, what now?
You're done. Yep.
I hate Pinterest. If I could make that thing go away, I would make it go away.
Yeah. That's a problem when that. So we'll see.
Yeah. So one of the next things on this list is name 5 challenges you overcame in 2022. The biggest one for me was the fear of public speaking. Like I've done it on a small scale in the past, but I think in August. I don't remember when it was exactly, but I got to go to an event and I was able to speak in front of like 300 people maybe. So that was kind of interesting and fun and not something that I ever saw myself doing. So that was something that a big challenge that I overcame. How about you? Is there anything like that for you?
Maybe am able to lay out pin a house on a footer, possibly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, that's a little unheard of.
Yeah. Cause you work for a builder, right?
Right. So, when you dig the footer, pour the footer, you have to pin the house on the footer. That means
it better be right.
That means like you are right down to the square inch. It has to be right. Yeah. So that has been a challenge, and now I think I can do it. We did one. So
yeah, I used to work for a builder down in Georgia, and I remember him telling me once that he would let I think the concrete guy who would dig and pour his footers would do the layout and everything. And on one of his houses, he somehow added like 8 or 10 feet on it. And, when you're a builder, you give these homeowners a quote.
Yeah.
Like it's going to cost this much, which works out to so much per square feet. If you add 8 feet to a house, that's like 8 times, say the house is 40 feet. 8 times 4 is what, 32, 320 square feet at 75. No, 75. Who am I kidding? Probably $150 a square feet. You're looking at thousands of dollars that he lost.
Back then, yeah, exactly. I mean, back then you're 170. Like we're over $200 a square foot now.
Yeah,
well over.
I can bet.
But good lands, yeah, that ain't.
He's like, from now on, I go double check after he lays it out before he pours the footer.
Yeah. I can see how that would be brutal. Well, I mean, speaking of prices, increase like that. So concrete's going up $15 a yard here. First of the year, January 1st, and they're expecting it in July. So get ready if you need concrete.
Yeah, you broke up just a little bit. Say that again.
I say, speaking of price increases, concrete here is supposed to go up $15 a yard, 1st of January, and then again in July, June or July.
Wow.
So it's already coming out to, by the time you figure in taxes and delivery fees and environmental costs and all that stuff, you're at around $180 a yard already.
Oh.
Yeah.
I remember when it was like $100 a yard. That's almost twice.
Yeah.
And I've got, I need to pour like a 16 by maybe, I don't know, 12 pad, something like that. You want to come out and pour it for me?
I'll do it. Let's do it. But if you're going to get a truck all the way out there, you might as well get a full 10 yards and let's just make a pad. We can sit on it. Fires. You can have fires. You can do basketball hoop off of it. Do whatever you need to do.
Yeah. How do you figure concrete? Let's see, 16 feet times, say 12 feet. So that's 192 square feet times 4 inches that's less than 3 yards. What in the world?
So what'd you do there? Times 4?
Times 4 inches, yeah.
So
came up with 2.37 cubic yards. So that's crazy.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I don't know what I do is divided by 81. I don't know what really the difference is, but yeah, it ain't that much.
Yeah, I need to maybe figure out where I need to add some more concrete or pour another pad or do something. I don't know. Maybe do the footer for my addition that'll be in a couple of years.
There you go. Do the wraparound porch. I'm looking at if I do what I think I might do now, the mouth of my driveway is going to be like, approximately 35 feet wide. So not crazy. I just want to make sure that when someone comes in there with a Prius, they can hit it without driving in my yard. That's the main thing.
35 feet with a Prius, they ought to be able to hit that, I would say.
Yeah.
Wow, that's funny. So what'd you pour this time? Same thing, Pepsi and rum?
Same thing, yeah.
Same thing. You're more of a Pepsi guy than a Coke guy, huh?
Oh, yeah, no Coke. Now, I mean, I will say,
come
Coke,
on, man.
Coke and rum with a slice of lime, like you can't really go wrong there too bad. I'll do that. But no, Pepsi all the way. Yep.
Yeah, that's because you maybe still have a little bit of that Yankee influence in you, huh? A little bit of that Yankee blood.
It might be. It might be. I've never had. Well, I mean, I don't know. I shouldn't say all drinks like soda. I'll say that soda. Northerns will say pop. I don't know, whatever you want to call it.
Coke. Everything is a Coke.
Yeah, exactly. I've never had. I don't know, and maybe some people can't relate, but sometimes a drink will just kind of get old or whatever. Like Pepsi, to me, has never lost. Like it's never lost the taste or whatever. Like it's everyone is good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, when it's 120 degrees outside and you can pull out a can of Pepsi out of the cooler that's ice cold.
Yeah.
That
I was always a Coke guy and I always loved Coke. And then I went for quite a few years. Like I was trying to cut out all sugars and all crap drinks and everything like that. And I can't even drink a Coke anymore. Like here a couple of years back, me and a couple of my other buddies were getting together and we used to always, growing up, late nights, we'd Coke and chips and movies all night long. And so we were getting together for another binge night on movies and I grabbed myself a Coke. I'm like, I'm going to do this again. And I took one sip of it and I was like, I can't drink it anymore. And I probably haven't had 2 Cokes in the last 10 years.
Yeah. which is good. I mean, that's props to you because it ain't good for you. But no. I mean, I'm way worse off than what I've been. I mean, I've been really good with it, but here lately, getting out of the gym and just, I need to be doing better, but it is what it is.
That's one thing I need to do is get back in the gym, either locally or, have my own home gym, but I don't really have anywhere to set it up right now. I need to finish out my office space so that, I just finished out the space over there to that side of me and there's a bunch of shelves in there. So now I still can't work out over there. So,
just stuff from the bottom shelf to the top and from the top shelf to the bottom. I mean,
I guess that would be a workout a little bit.
I gotta get back in it, but I'm scared to death to do it because I know what's going to happen is like every other time I'm going to go in there and I'm going to be frustrated that I can't pick up what I used to pick up. And I'm going to try to, and then The next day, well, I shouldn't say it. 2 days later is going to be real bad. It's just
you're going to wish you hadn't gone in.
happens, right? Yeah.
I know how that is. It's like, oh, I wish I hadn't done that. I'm 35 now, and that hurts a lot more than it used to.
That's exactly what happened.
Oh, let's not do this one. Hide that choice. Spin again.
If you could only wear, and that's all.
One outfit? Yeah, no, we're not talking about outfits.
Go on.
If you could travel to any time period, which one would you choose and why? Ooh, I know what mine is, but I'll let you go first.
I'd go back to the I don't know which one is the awesome muscle cars.
Oh, like the 60s?
60s, right? 60s.
Yeah. That'd be a good one. That'd be a real good one. Now you made me rethink, because I think I would probably, well, there's a couple of them. Like I always said, I was born for the Old West, riding the horse, rounding up cows, things like that.
Yeah, and 50 below winters. You didn't realize.
See, I forget about that part.
That was with it, with no central heat.
Oh, okay. You're changing my mind.
So let's just go muscle cars.
My second thought is like the Roaring 20s, like the early 1920s. But then, you have things like World War II, World War I, which was the teens, and then II was in the 30s. So, you were kind of bookended there. So the 20s would be okay.
Yeah, but you might.
Like, I don't know. I say I'll go with you and go with like the 50s and 60s. That seemed kind of like a cool era. All the muscle cars, all the development in America. You had a lot of the industrial development and everything. That would kind of have been a cool era to be in.
Yeah, you got Barney Fife for sheriff. It'd be good. He'd kind of do what
Barney Fife.
Yeah, he'd be
with his one bullet.
Yeah, that's what I feel like with my. That's what people are calling me.
Oh, you're cutting out on me. You might have to move closer to the window.
Oh boy, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yep. I think you're back.
I got 5G, so I don't know. Verizon is.
Yeah, there you are. You're back. It's because you're in a big steel building, probably blocking off your signal or something.
That very well could be, in all this wood above my head here. So.
Yeah. That's some nice wood there.
Yeah, I wonder who put that up. That possible.
If you could only go to one amusement park, what? I don't know. I'm not much of an amusement park guy. I get sick off the rides, remember?
Would you say, a Six Flags, I guess?
I've never been there, but I guess we'll go with that. Six Flags sounds good.
I've been threatening to go to Atlanta since we're only 2 hours away and go to this and try to make myself sick to come off of a ride, but I haven't gone there yet.
I got sick off the stupid little ride at what was the one over in Valdosta?
Yeah, the little teacups. That's the adventure, Wild Adventures. Yeah,
Wild Adventures. Yeah, I got sick off I think it was the boomerang that made me sick. No, it was the teacups, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that's right.
You got off of there.
I don't do the whole spinning thing.
Nope. I love it. I'm talking.
I need to go in a straight line. I don't like to spin. This little wheel right here spinning is enough to make me sick.
Yeah. Well, just look away while it spins.
Oh, help. If you could switch lives with any politician for a day, who would it be and why?
And none. None. Zero. Don't want no part of it.
Well, here, I'll say this. I would switch lives with Joe Biden, and here's why. I'd cancel the government.
There you go. Good shot. Let's go with that.
That's the only thing I know. I don't know anything else.
Anything else? Yeah.
Oh man, this is great. Let's see here. Let's do 5 more. We're at an hour and 10 minutes already. We'll do 5 more. We already did the superpowers one, unless you have a different one.
Yeah, we were ready. Yeah, a long superpowers. I want to travel everywhere whenever I say it, but with a pocket full of money too. Let's just
There
add
you
that.
go. Yeah. I said hide that choice. It came up twice. I guess you get a third superpower, man.
It's trying to get it out of us, I guess.
That one's easy. If I could have any animal as a pet, what would it be and why? I'd have a dog because I love dogs and they're the best animals ever.
Yeah. I would probably pick like a python or something, you know.
Python?
Better like a tarantula. I mean, what kind of question is that?
Tarantula. Why would you want a tarantula?
No, I'm deathly scared of spiders. I was just going far out there. A dog would be fine.
Why are these things on multiple times? We already went back to the era we wanted. I don't know why. This is broken. Retarded. I guess if we get multiple eras, if this happens, seriously? Okay, I'm done with you. All right. We'll try this again. If it brings up a question that we've had in the past, then we're just going to end with that and not do it anymore. I got to go over this a little bit better, make sure they're not on multiple times.
If you could switch lives, see?
Any historical figure. We already did that one. So this time I'm going to go with Napoleon Bonaparte, who conquered the known world by the time he was like 24. We'll go with that one.
Yeah.
So that way I could conquer the whole world. Can you imagine, like, I'm 36 and I feel like I've done nothing with my life. This dude conquered the known world at 24 years old.
How's that even possible?
Like, I look at a 24-year-old and they seem like a little kid who knows nothing. They're still wet behind the ears.
Did you go get me a Phillips screwdriver? What is that?
Like, what is a Phillips screwdriver? I don't know. Is there an app for that?
Yeah. Do it.
Hey, Google, what's a Phillips screwdriver?
Yeah, exactly.
And this dude defeated the known world. Like, he was the ruler of everything that was known in the world at like 24 or 25 years old.
How is that even possible?
And he was depressed. He was like, what more is there to do in the world? Like, I think he died before he was 30 because he was so depressed. Like, he didn't know what to do.
Oh my!
And I'm 35, 36, I think. And I've done nothing with my life. It's taking me 3 years to build a cotton picking house.
Hey man, it's taken me 35 years to build a house. I don't know about you.
Oh, wow.
Well, I guess that's just the way it goes. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't.
Well, hey, what else? What you got going on this next week besides concrete and trim and watching the second biggest game third biggest game in Georgia history, fourth biggest game? I don't know. A big game, big football game, awesome football game.
That's it.
That's
boy.
it.
I'm ready. Yeah,
that's it in a nutshell.
We're gonna do.
Let's get it done.
Prep, pour, trim, watch game, done. Right there.
That's it right there. Yep. That's it.
I'm looking forward to it. And y'all coming down, and we're gonna have a hoedown showdown.
There you go.
Probably gonna be horse.
Looking forward to that. That's always good times.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I ordered a package that's coming to y'all. It's the spray that we need to fog your house for mold. So it should be coming there in the next week. Maybe I think it said it's getting there on Friday. Hopefully it gets there on Friday, because if it doesn't, then we won't be able to fog your house for mold, but hopefully it gets there.
What are we doing with the fog? I mean, do we got to leave, or what's the plan there?
Yeah, we got to leave for a couple hours.
Not a big deal as long as it's proper time.
Exactly.
I mean, we'll be working at my house, so it'll be fine.
We can do it Friday morning, and then we can leave, and then the girls will go shopping anyway. So, we'll all be gone from the house anyway, so it's all good.
Whoever comes home first will get infected.
Yep, we'll get infected and die eventually. Well, hey, let's do this again. I'll try to come up with some better questions, and we can do the spin the wheel thing again. Hopefully, it won't always end up on the same doggone question. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
It's kind of annoying.
Well, it kind of strains the brain a little bit, I guess, if it ends up on the same question. So it'll be all right. All right.
Well, cool. Thanks for doing this, man. I've been trying to get you on here for how long? I need to do it again now.
Well, I mean, look at
talk about landscaping or something, how to do landscape design or do something.
I've been busy, man. I've been going through life fast. I mean, look at that. The hairline is receding. So, I mean,
it is receding quite a bit.
Yeah, it goes to show. Well, I mean, if you cut your hair as short as mine, you'd be about the same. I mean, I'm going through time so fast that yeah. So I got to slow a bit and maybe talk about it a little bit more.
I know, right? Talk it out, man. Talk it out. Write it down. Think about
Talk it out. Work it out.
All right, cool, man. Well, I'm going to end this thing and just hang on a second. I'll end it. So thanks, guys, for watching. It's been a great chat. It's been a really long episode, a super long episode, the longest episode ever on Constructive Liberty Podcast. So hope you enjoyed it. If you want to come on, send in your, just reach out to me and we'll connect. Maybe drink some bourbon, maybe do the spin the wheel thing. That was kind of fun. But yeah, do good work. See you, Melvin.
Bye.